welcome to Speak Votomi. Thank you so much for joining me. If it's your first time here, you are absolutely welcome. I just want to start off by saying thank you for the response to the last two videos that I put up, and the things that guys do that girls don't like and the things that girls do that guys don't like. The response was absolutely amazing, and I thoroughly enjoyed both editing those videos and rewatching them again on the day that they came out. I also enjoyed interacting with you guys on the comment section. It was a lot of fun. Definitely want to do something like that at a later stage once again, so keep in tune for that, and keep your eyes on that one. But for today, I'm told it's the month of love, and so I thought it would be amazing to have, I call them YouTube's favorite couple, but they do mention to me that I am very biased. But I have asked them to come through and to share things that they wish they knew before they got married. And they are an incredible couple, and they have their own YouTube channel. It's called Letho Mbulelo. So when you're done watching this video, please hop onto their platform as well, support them, give them the likes that they need, subscribe, and you know what to do. So with that being said, to those of you who are celebrating, happy early Valentine's Day. To those of you who are not, happy Friday. And to those of you who this day triggers in terms of loneliness, I hope that you're able to at least spend the day with somebody that you love and care for, whether it be a family member, whether it be your kids, whatever the case might be. And if you're unable to because of the pandemic, maybe just have a call with somebody that is close to you. Without further ado, here I'm going to hand over to Letho Mbulelo. Enjoy.
Hi Votomi speakers, my name is Akuma, also known as Letho, and this is my husband Mbulelo, who is going to introduce himself. So today we are talking about things that we wish we knew before we got married. But before we get to that, I just want to say thank you Nkateko, for having us on your channel. We are really grateful and honored.
We are honored indeed. Thank you ever so much. We really appreciate this opportunity. But let me just quickly introduce myself. My name is Mbulelo Josi, aka Mr. Chamtulda, the leader of the news who kept on with team, man of integrity from the highest house of society, the principal of principal, Mr. DJ. Won't you play my song? My life is a disaster, Mamujola Nerasta, Eli Pete, Pastor. And yes, we are on this channel and we are happy to be here. We are talking about
things that we wish we knew before we got married.
Yeah, we're gonna jump right into it. Do you wanna go first?
Yes, I'm gonna go first. So my first one, well, the first one, not my first one. The first one is that I wish I knew that you get to enjoy having two families. Initially, I was very nervous about having in-laws because, you've had horror stories about Sabo Mame Zala. So I was just thinking, oh my God, they're going to be judging me. I need to cook perfectly, I need to dress well, and so on. Only to find that to just become a daughter in that family. So you get to have two moms, two dads. It's very nice, guys, having a big family. And yes, sometimes they do correct you, but as a daughter,
in love.
Yes, as a daughter, and not to say hi, oh my God. Also, it's always nice. So I wish I didn't have to waste my time being nervous about that part.
I think I can actually relate to what you were saying, because it's a very new experience where you have another family now all of a sudden, and you are getting to learn everyone, you are getting to know their personality. It's and that these people have your best interests at heart. But now, sometimes there's family politics and all those things, but because you were not there, you get to know people for what you are seeing. And there's no, it's on a clean slate basically. So there's no history to say she did this in 1971 and she did that in 1944. So you're just getting to know them for what they are. So it's really a blessing, especially if you get along with your in-laws, and you both parties actually have each other's best interests at heart. They are gonna correct you in love, and you also are allowed to communicate with them whatever you're not happy about. So for me, that's also exciting. Yeah. And then the second one that I can actually think of is there's a lot of unlearning to do as well. There's a lot of unlearning because you come from different backgrounds, right? And then obviously we always believe that our ways are the ways, or that's the only way, or that's the right way.
My way or the highway.
And then when you get into marriage now, that's not how it works. Otherwise, I mean, you come from different. Imagine she thinks her ways are the only ways or are the ways, and then here I am. I'm also sitting on my high horse and thinking, well, it's either we do this or it doesn't exist. And even that whole thing of saying that it's common sense. Common sense is not so common because we come from different backgrounds. So for us to actually try and enjoy this whole institution, you have to unlearn certain things where you say, actually, I don't even know why I believe so much in this thing, you know, because there's certain things that you just believe in this thing, but because they told you so, you've never taken time to actually say, okay, why do I believe so much in this thing?
That's so true, especially you being Xhosa, me being Zulu. So now as a family we've had to create our own culture, not me coming with my culture and you saying this is the right way of doing things. So that's a very good one. Another one is that being a spouse is not about performing. You know, sometimes you just think, as soon as I become a wife, I'm going to be cleaning, I'm going to be cooking, there's going to be sex every night. I mean, Mungwa said no headaches in marriage. So you're thinking, hey, Pastor every Mungwa. Night. Pastor Mungwa, did I say mistake? Sorry, sir. So it's not about performing. You just have to be ulet. So if you don't like cooking, you don't like cooking. You'd find that your spouse is okay with that. So you don't have to like worry yourself about cooking every night. Like my husband doesn't care much about cleaning. As long as he ate, he's sorted. So as long as you're gonna be spending 3 hours, 4 hours cleaning the house, and your husband just wants food, you know. So so it's not about performing.
I think it boils down to also listening. Then, like to listening to what your spouse likes, like because as she said, I'm good with my food. I actually don't like it when she has to clean because I know that it takes forever. It takes so much out of our time. So for me, it actually irritates me. But she'll just be sitting there and then she starts wanting to clean, and I don't like it. And so it's very important to know what the other person likes, like some sort of a love language type of thing where you listen and then you're like, you know what, this is what they like, and then I'm gonna do more of this, because it's pointless doing something that a person won't even appreciate, because at the end of the day you would have performed for nothing. True. The next one is, it's gonna hurt you, but you are not as perfect as you believe yourself to be. You are not as perfect as you think you are. Unfortunately, I know that we think we are perfect, and then therefore no one can correct me. When you get into marriage, you have these preconceived ideas, and then when you get inside, hey, it's different. Because now what happens is that if you believe that you are perfect, you are this perfect human being, you are uncorrectable, you are uneducatable, everything is something, you know. But if you are willing to learn, again, there's unlearning, and then now there's also learning new habits from your spouse as well. Because if you listen what they like, and then you are going to be able to teach yourself certain things, and then you are teachable in that manner. But if you say, I am so perfect, you start being defensive, right? You're like, no, this is how it's done. I don't know why you get where you're getting this whole thing from, but this is how it's done. So it's very, very, very important.
To know that you're not perfect. And with being defensive, sometimes it happens when someone is trying to explain why they're not happy with something that maybe you did, or something that they're just not happy with. But because you think you are perfect, you're just gonna be like so defensive, thinking that person is trying to attack you, while they're trying to communicate, you know, they're trying to express how they feel about a certain thing. The next one is, it's okay not to take everyone's advice. You know, before you get married, or when you're about to get married, you're gonna get a lot of advice from people. Like maybe your family is gonna say, we want children immediately, like as soon as you get married, and your friends will come and say, no friend, wait for 2 years, just have time with your spouse. There's different advice that you get from people, but you don't have to take everything. And just because you didn't take your family's advice or your friends' advice, it doesn't make you a bad person. You can just seek God for yourself, and then God will just give you direction for your marriage. You don't have to take like from everywhere.
Exactly, because that might lead to very unnecessary quarrels and confusion. But if you seek God, He is gonna guide you. And also we must understand that not all marriages are the same. So it's not a one size fits all. So you look at your marriage and then you see what works. Obviously we're still very new in this thing. So we are in the process of learning as we speak. So we are talking about things that we are experiencing actually. And the other one that I wish I knew before getting into this beautiful institution called marriage is that the older one actually becomes the child in the marriage.
What? I didn't know this.
The older one becomes the child in the marriage. I am not going to explain that one, but that's not a real point. That's a sub point. Maybe that's me crying out for help.
I'm not treating you like a child. What are you trying to say?
On a serious note though, I wish that I knew before getting into this beautiful institution called marriage that being happy supersedes being right. You know, before I got married, I was so obsessed about being right. You know, I would even go to Google and then just to say, yeah, you see. But then if I go to Google and then Google disprove my point, then obviously I'm not going to show that person. I'll just secretly go to Google. But then I realized that, you know what, you may be right, but still not happy in that house. So when you live with someone, you sort of, maybe you just go to Google and then you say, actually I was right. But it's fine. You don't have to prove that. As long as you're still gonna be happy, you know, you go to sleep and then, you know, you get all your stuff that's due to you because you are a good husband. You know, so for me, I'm fine with not being right as long as I know deep down here that
I have no comment. You get all your stuff that is due to you as a good husband. Okay, alright, the next one is that just because you live together, it doesn't mean you're spending time together. You have to be
true.
You have to be intentional about spending time together. You could be sitting here, maybe at your office, doing your work, especially now during lockdown, and your wife is sitting somewhere else, working, and then after work, she's cooking, she's cleaning, she's washing the dishes, and then you're going to bed. So you have to be intentional and saying between 6 and 7, it's our time, 6 or 9 or whatever, it's our
maybe
time.
5 to 9, babe, like 4 hours, not just an hour.
5 to 9, it's your time, even on weekends. Just because you have been seeing each other every other day during the week, it doesn't mean you're spending time. So you really have to be intentional about spending time.
Yeah, no, that's true. I don't think I can say any more.
Yeah, because sometimes we just assume that people who stay together, they spending time
quality
together.
time. I think that word quality says it all. That quality time where we get to understand how has your day been, because I'll be sitting here in the office and then having a meeting and then someone makes me angry, but if we don't talk about it, you won't know. Someone might be going through some stuff while you're sitting with them, and then you're like, no, why? How come I didn't know about this? You know.
True.
So it's very important to be intentional about time. And another one that I know is that
this is our last one.
Yeah, we don't want to. Yeah, there's a whole Bible, guys. There's, I mean, as you said, that you
Stay
are
tuned
always
for a book. Things we wish we knew before we got married.
Yeah, another one that I wish I knew before getting married is that you will never stop having a mother.
Okay.
You move out of home, you move into your home, you find a mother there. Guys, I think this is me crying out for help again.
I am worried, guys. No, I'm worried.
No, guys, my wife is not a bad person. I'm just really.
Now you are a baby now. I'm a mother.
Okay, last one. On a serious note, is that God wants us to win as a team. That is one thing that was like a shocker for me. It was like an epiphany. I was like, okay, epiphany. It's like, whoa, God wants us to win as a team. You know,
not as an individual.
Yeah, as much as it's very important to still remain as an individual, but there was a reason why God brought us together. You know, to be in this team, working towards a certain goal. Therefore, He wants. the thing is, if you're running as a team, if you get to the finish line and then he's like, where's the person, where's your
win.
you're not winning, you still have to wait for the other person. So it makes him so happy when he sees that you guys are actually pulling one another and you're pulling towards one direction, because what he wants for us is winning. So that has set me so free. It has left my heart, well, it leaves my heart every day in so much peace, because I know that he does want us to win as a team with my wife. And yeah, so
that's it.
You don't have anything to say?
I don't have anything to say. You said everything so nicely. Like, I'm like, that's my husband. By the way, we have a YouTube channel as well.
Yes.
Please do subscribe to our channel. The name of the channel is Letho and Mbulelo.
Yeah. It doesn't matter how you write the end. So you can just say Letho and Mbulelo. It's going to pop up.
Yes.
I think we are going to leave it here.
Yes.
And yeah, thank you so much again, Kateko, for having us on this channel. We really are honored.
We love you.
And we appreciate you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.